Basketball great Amar'e Stoudemire has been turning heads since making the leap to the NBA straight out of high school. Off the court, the 2003 Rookie of the Year has made waves becoming a serial entrepreneur, as well as staying in the spotlight as part of the fast-growing Big Three League.
It's an opportunity to, first of all, stay in shape. I'm an avid fitness guy. I love to compete and stay in shape. And so obviously to play basketball is always a key for me to enjoy the game. And it's for the culture also. You know, it's amazing to watch the families bring out the children from every generation. You can watch your favorite player or see your favorite player per generation. So it's definitely a great opportunity for me.
Stoudemire's arrival in the Big Three has added a buzz to the league in its second season, giving fans a fresh look at his on-the-court moves.
The only difference is that it's half court. And, you know, there's a few different rules, which makes it fun. It brings back that street ball element that we all grew up playing. You know, before we became excellent basketball players, we all started at playgrounds around the world. And so you only have 6 guys on the court at the time. You play a little 3-on-3 basketball, and it just goes from there. So it brings back that homegrown atmosphere that we all have been accustomed to.
Stoudemire overcame obstacles at a young age, having to transfer between 5 high schools, with his talent and hard work shining through.
I was drafted from high school to the NBA at 18 years old, and I was preparing myself for that moment when I was in my early teens. And so I was able to somewhat become a leader in that aspect, being able to stay away from a lot of negative influences and surround myself around people that had similar ideas of success. And thank God I was able to figure that out very young. And then that helped me when I finally got into the NBA. It helped me to continue that trend and to somewhat learn more and just grow as a player and as a person.
Basketball has come naturally for Stoudemire, as did becoming an entrepreneur. He's built up a portfolio of businesses, always doing his homework along the way.
It was natural, but it was also some learning curves. I realized that I had to educate myself more because right after high school, I didn't get a chance to go to college, so I didn't have the proper education I needed to really be able to key in on everything properly. And so I would re-enroll myself in school for summer school, went to Arizona State, went to Miami University. Just every summer I would just do something to educate myself. And then that helps, you know. You have to have the motivation to want to become better, not only as a player, but as a person. And that's what allowed me to become a better person when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Stoudemire deliberately diversified his investments beyond what he would have traditionally thought of as his comfort zone.
A lot of the companies I started was based off of my passions. So I wrote a 4-series children's book for young boys and girls from the age of 8 to 12, because that's a demographic where we start to somewhat notice that a lot of children stop wanting to read at that point. So I wanted to write books that were intriguing for them to read, to keep that motivation going for them to continue to educate themselves. As far as my wine, release of the wine out of Israel, the vineyards and cellars in Israel, but it's been sold here in the States. My clothing line, Spiritual Gangster, is doing very well. Started off as a fitness brand, and now it's grown into a lifestyle apparel. And so everything is just based off my passions, and I just happen to meet the right people. And I put certain people in positions to be able to run the organization and be able to control everything properly.
Stoudemire says business success means keeping a strong team in place. He sees parallels between leadership on the court and his ventures away from basketball.
First of all, the team has to understand your vision, and you have to be a humble leader in order for them to understand what your vision is. And what I do, I treat all my employees the same. Everyone enjoys working for me because we have a good time. You know, when it's time for work, we know the seriousness and what it takes to be successful. But there's also times where you can enjoy yourself and have fun working. I always look at it as if you enjoy what you're doing, then you're not really working. You know, it's not a burden on you. And I want my employees to feel the same way.
And like anything in business, Stoudemire says it's just as important to know when an idea won't make the cut.
That's where you play the in-between game, you know. You never know from an investment standpoint if it's going to work out or not. My thing is, if I have passion for it and I know about it and I study upon it, then I know that I can help this company succeed. You know, if I put forth the effort and really have fun doing it, then I can, you know, somewhat enhance the process of success. So that's why I just never know. It's like a game you play, you know.
As part of his philosophy of looking ahead, Stoudemire is now ready to take the next leap in business.
Everything's happened, you know, spontaneously at times. So you never know what the future holds. Opportunity knocks at the door, you know, when you least expect it. Like this Big Three, for an example, 2 years ago, I had no idea this was even possible to be traveling around the world and being able to play this beautiful game. So you just never know what the future holds. Just got to make sure you prepare for it when it comes.